Hi, I'm Simon Duke, Managing Editor at Expana. Here's the Wednesday Weekly Roundup. Ceasefire, extended or not, peace discussions or no peace discussions, blockade of ports or no blockade, opening of the Strait of Hormuz or continued disruption to maritime traffic. It's hard to process given all the uncertainty. So rather than do a deep dive into the main war and political developments, this week I'd like to give you a glimpse of the impacts it is having on global food and beverage companies. Overall, food and beverage companies are bracing for significant cost pressures as the Middle East conflict continues. They are naturally managing near-term impacts, but the longer-term outlook remains clouded by uncertainty and evolving regional dynamics. Fishing fleets, aquaculture operations and supply chains are all affected by the closure of the strait, according to Seafood News founder John Sackton. Fuel costs for vessels have jumped, shrimp farms face higher energy bills, and key inputs like feed have also become more expensive due to disrupted trade flows. Raw material costs for plastic used in bottled water and other food packaging items have risen about 40% since the beginning of the war, said Indian rigid plastic manufacturer Ultranic. Several Kenyan produce exporters told Expana editor Tess Mustalis at the MacFruit 2026 Expo in Italy this week that the price they were paying for air freight has more than doubled and in some cases tripled since the conflict started. The CEO of British retailer Tesco, Ken Murphy, said he was not yet seeing any meaningful inflation coming through on groceries, and the conflict's impact so far has just been on fuel prices. George Weston, CEO of Associated British Foods, said the longer-term cost impact of the conflict is not yet clear. We're not seeing shortage of raw materials. We're just seeing the likelihood of inflation in them, he said. According to PepsiCo CFO Stephen Schmidt, his company hasn't had any major issues from a supply chain standpoint. PepsiCo typically has about 6 to 12 month hedges in place, he said. But the inflation will come. The order of its magnitude is still to be determined. Overall, this is a highly dynamic and uncertain situation that company execs are monitoring every day. That's it for today. Visit expanamarkets.com to read all our coverage of the Middle East conflict. I appreciate you tuning in and see you in the next one.